I work pretty hard. I would say I do the work required and the work that is necessary so that I can get the results that are needed for my guys. And I also always encourage them to do exactly that and nothing less so that I can one day become obsolete. I don't want my guys depending on me any more than they need to. I want my guys to learn to be dependent on themselves, that they can independently meet their own needs, not just their foundational needs, but above and beyond through the whole pyramid of the hierarchy of needs. I want my guys to eventually, the whole goal is to eventually hit self-actualization and hopefully transcendence for those that believe in that as their final end game. I remember when I was younger, I was told more than once, even when I was working on a farm making money while I was at university. I remember working, I have always gone, I've always done what was required of me, and then I have usually become very efficient at that. And then I've just eventually become quicker. And usually, if it's more like medial tasks, especially on a farm, where a lot of the farm work that I was doing was medial stuff, it was just labor intensive. And it was all about, if you work hard, you can earn your rest. And I was looking forward each time to getting 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there between paddocks, especially during irrigation and that. It's a pretty hard slog, especially when you're doing siphon irrigation on a cotton farm. That's a very tough slog. But the money was coming in. I was happy with the money I was making. And I really enjoyed the labor because it was a good contrast to the study that I was doing when I was in the classroom. So I really enjoyed the labor work. But I had many times different fellows on the farm that would tell me to slow down and to not work so hard because I'm making them look bad. And that was never my intention. I was never working hard to make anyone look bad. I was just working hard because that's just my ethics. That's my morals. That's what I was taught. My dad was the same. We worked hard, and Mum was the same too. They were. I don't know if hard work is the right way to say it, but what I would say is I like to work efficiently. And if you put in the hard yards, I guess early on, you build that efficiency very quickly. Because where there's efficiency, you get to this stage of almost like an autopilot space, sort of, where basically you haven't really got to put a lot of mental energy into what you're doing because you've learnt that. You've learnt that rote. You've learnt that as almost like second nature to you, so that then your brain can go elsewhere and start thinking about other things. And so I'd be there working as a labourer on the farm, and I'd be thinking about my next essay that I was about to write, my next assignment that I was set up for, my next assessment. And I would be literally writing my papers while I was actually doing the labour work in my head, so that when I get back to my desk, the job was already half done.